Hello everyone, my name is Anaí Morfin. I am 20 years old and I plan to graduate from Eastern Washington University with my major in dental hygiene and a minor in Spanish. Today I will be talking about my experience as an intern in an internship I did in Seattle this summer. If you guys were not familiar with this or did not know about this, Eastern is actually partnered with Seattle CMAR Community Health Centers to provide these internship opportunities for students specifically at EWU. So if you guys are undecided or don't know what you want to do in the future, or if you've never done an internship before, I think you guys will highly benefit from my speech today. To begin with, I will talk about my first day of the internship. So I stayed in a house with all of the other interns from EWU, and on our first day we all had to go do an employee screening. So they tested us for COVID and they drew our blood. They just wanted to make sure we're healthy because we were going to be working in the healthcare industry. I was assigned to Seattle CMAR's dental clinic in South Park because, like I mentioned before, I am going into dental hygiene, and I met my supervisor. He gave me a tour of the clinic. It wasn't a big clinic, but I needed to know where things were at. And he also introduced me to my coworkers, the providers, and the receptionists. Moving on, my job duties consisted of COVID screening. So every morning from 8 to 12, I would be at the front of the building screening those who came in, whether they were patients or people who work there. I would ask them if they were in contact with anyone who has been tested positive for COVID, or if they've had it themselves and how long ago, just simple screening questions like that, if they have symptoms, if they were experiencing symptoms. And then I would proceed to take their temperature, and if they were all good to go, I would let them in. Another one of my job duties was updating and checking the schedules for the providers. So, if a provider wasn't going to be in that day, I would take him off the schedule. As well, I would be updating patient charts. So, for example, let's say a patient doesn't have health insurance, I would need to put that in their chart to make sure, the receptionists know to charge them, or the providers know to tell them that they will be charged for the treatment. Another thing I did was shadow the dental hygienist, which I would do in the afternoon after my lunch break. I got the chance to shadow a girl and a guy. Her name is Teresa and his name was Alvin. So I kind of got the best of both worlds in a way. I got to see, how different they worked, and it will really help me in the future. Another one of my duties was actually working at the front desk with the receptionists. I would help them call patients to see if they were gonna be able to show up to their appointment. I would also schedule and cancel appointments. Lastly, something I gained and learned from this experience was just knowing how the work environment is. I have never worked in a professional environment like that, and kind of got a sneak peek into what it would be in my future once I become a dental hygienist. Another thing I learned was patient care. You really need to make sure you're speaking clearly to your patients, make sure they understand everything, make sure they understand the treatment they're about to get done, all that kind of stuff. Something else I gained was a lot of responsibility. I had to be at work 15 minutes before 8 since I was the one screening people coming into the building. Another thing I learned was how to maintain your relationships at work professional. The reason I say this is because there were some dental assistants who were my age, and sometimes it's very hard to stay focused on work and just want to talk to them about your life. So I learned how to do that. And something else I gained was my translating skills are now here. I got to learn the dental lingo, so I am able to interpret very well in that kind of setting. Overall, it was a really great experience, and I know this is helping me get one step closer to my overall goal of becoming a dental hygienist. I learned a lot, not only about the job, but about the work environment, people, patients. You know, I learned how a clinic runs in a way. For example, if a patient doesn't show up, it distorts everybody else's schedule. And I think overall, everyone should do an internship in their lifetime. I think it's a great experience. Even better if it's paid, which this one was. And that's it. If you guys have any questions about this internship, feel free to email me and I'll gladly answer any. Thank you.